Thank you, Al. One of Charles's briefer appearances.
Yeah. I don't know what he said to Charles Oakley's well-timed jump shot in front of him moments ago, but he showed he was paying attention, that's for sure.
Good timing by Oakley, incidentally. Allen Houston with a nice move, and the game is tied at 10. But the energy that Barkley brings to the Houston Rockets, so significant. Drexler giving the Rockets a 12-10 lead. Barkley mentioned earlier this season the Rockets are such a passive team, and the crowds in Houston are quiet. Chris Childs with a three, and both clubs heating up. Knicks now lead by 1. The Summit has been a very quiet arena, so what Barkley does is good for the ball club. He usually gets them going. Here's Willis. And the Rockets take a 1-point lead.
Also, the leaders, Drexler and Olajuwon, are certainly not highly spirited vocal players. They're quiet gentlemen. That's almost a condemnation for professional sports these days. So Barkley has certainly added something big time.
Childs, again, a three-point attempt.
Although the quiet gentlemen have won 2 championships in the last few years.
Larry Johnson setting it up for Buck Williams. It counts, and the foul. Foul on Drexler. That is his second.
Well, Larry Johnson, in a one-on-one situation, said he's going to look for the move, go to the basket, and he did. And when he got there, he got a little crowded, so he gave the ball up to Buck Williams, who was very anxious to wipe away the memory of the Charlotte Hornets. Buck said we weren't aggressive enough, we weren't working hard enough, and tonight in his starting role he's getting a chance.
Three-point play for Buck, and the Knicks with a 16-14 lead. Some pressure by Childs against Maloney. Matt Maloney out of Penn from Haddonfield, New Jersey, the Ivy League Player of the Year in 94-95. Willis coming up short. Childs with the save and stepped out. He was trying to take a 20, but he stepped out of bounds. And now here's Sam Mack for Clyde Drexler, who picked up a second foul a moment ago. 5 points for Clyde. Sam Mack has done a nice job off the bench in his 3rd season out of the University of Houston, a combination small forward and big guard, and he can score. This is Mack with the ball, guarded by Houston. Willis fouled. Hit on a reach-in by Oakley, who was looking to poke the ball loose.
Kevin Willis at 7'1", also pretty adept at putting the ball on the floor, but the aggressive play of the Knicks results in that foul, and Charles Oakley verbalizes how he felt about the call. He felt he was all over the basketball.
Kevin Willis, only a 67% free throw shooter. He is in his 13th season out of Michigan State, 34 years old. He spent 9.5 years with the Atlanta Hawks, then out to Miami and Golden State. Signed with Houston as a free agent. He's a guy who over the years has said, and he's been consistent in this, that Charles Oakley is the toughest player for him to face. And that's the matchup for a good portion of tonight. Johnson for 3. Knicks and Rockets tied at 16. 4 minutes remaining in the first. Olajuwon met by a double team. Maloney for 3. He's been hitting the 3 at a 40% clip. Matt Maloney providing the Rockets with a 3-point lead.
And they fire them up. They've taken 23 3-point attempts in the last 2 games, in each of the last 2 games.
Here is Oakley, way off, air ball. And that enjoyed by the Rocket bench. You see that Charles Barkley had something to say. Crowd reacting with John Starks checking in for the first time. And he replaces Charles Oakley. John Starks, a question mark today because of that shoulder injury, but he said he was going to go, no question about it. Bothered by a mildly sprained right shoulder. Starks coming off a 26-point game against Charlotte on Sunday, 1 point shy of his season high. Illegal defense, the call against the Knicks. So that's their first violation. And the Rockets get a new 24. Maloney with the change of pace dribble and try to give it back. Olajuwon had a chase. Back played by Houston.
A slowed up offense for the Rockets now.
Maloney try to feed Willis. Here comes Starks. John Starks. Yes.
As he did Sunday against Charlotte. Comes off the bench, bursts into play, and starts firing, and as he did Sunday, hits the first one.
Rockets by 1. Olajuwon spinning, and then gave it up. Looked like he was going for the shot, and then saw Willis breaking for the bucket. The foul was called on Starks, and a timeout taken with 2:39 left in the first.
Let's take a look at a Marriott Marquis Skycam. The Rockets on the move. Matt Maloney working inside strong. However, deflection by that intended pass by Larry Johnson. John Starks just comes into the game, leads the break, stops a little bit inside the foul line, and hits the jumper. The New York Marriott Marquis, Broadway's biggest hit.
.39 left in the first quarter. Rockets with a 19-18 lead on the Knicks. Randy Livingston, a rookie from LSU, a second-round draft pick who's played well, has been showing signs the past few weeks. Has come on for the first time after getting a pep talk over at the bench following the completion of the timeout. Charles Barkley took him aside and gave him instructions. Kevin Willis, just a 67% free throw shooter. So the Rockets lead at 20-18. Starks saw the opening and drew the foul. Getting the screen from Buck Williams. Foul committed by Ellie. That is his first. The Knicks here at home now have won 19 and lost 5. They have the 15-game win streak at the Garden stopped on Sunday afternoon in the loss to the Hornets, while the Rockets on the road are 16-6. They began the season winning their first 8 and have slipped back since then. This is game 3 of a 4-game road trip. Houston is still the number 3 team in the league. Chicago at 20-4, coming off that impressive win over Seattle on Sunday, and then Miami at 21-6 on the road.
Most unusual to see a team with a better road record than a home record.
Ellie able to beat the Knicks down court. Nice pass thrown by Othella Harrington, who checked in a moment ago. And Othella Harrington has been getting more playing time recently. Willis with the rebound. And this is Livingston. So Kevin Willis is the big man on the floor, along with Harrington. Livingston, Mack, and Ellie comprise the 5 on the floor for the Rockets. Is Willis. Rockets by 2 with 2 minutes left in the first.
Willis is a legitimate 7-footer. Harrington 6'9" and very beefy.
Basket won't count. Foul before the shot attempt. Or, let's see, offensive foul. So the Rockets will take over. 3-second violation is called. Livingston backing Childs. And a loose ball foul. It's on Harrington. Othella Harrington, the rookie from Georgetown, a second-round draft pick. Rudy Tomjanovich says he loves the work ethic